Hi, this is Will with My Spiritual Clarity. Today's video is about what holds healers back from being seen. So healers could be energy healer, could be a therapist, could be a life coach, as well as many authors and speakers, and even some artists and nonprofit workers. But I use the term healers or helpers in a broad sense because we have unique issues or challenges in business when it comes to building our practice, growing our audience, growing our business, growing our income. We have unique challenges that others either don't have or they only have in a small way. So I recently made a post on Facebook to get some support with allergies. I've been suffering from seasonal allergies for the last 5 years since moving to the countryside, and I'd never had them before in my life. And I've done a lot of great worked with a lot of great practitioners, but there's still some things that haven't shifted, and I'm still suffering. So I made the post a little bit frustrated, or I think that my frustration came out a little bit in my post, but I had a lot of amazing support and amazing responses, and then some very interesting ones. So some people messaged me privately as if we knew each other really well and sent me very long and very detailed ideas or opinions that they had about what was causing my allergies. Now, these are coming from a very well-meaning place. They're coming from a big open heart and wanting to help. But it also tells me a lot about where they are with the Helper's Paradox. And if you haven't heard me talk about the Helper's Paradox states that the more a person needs to help, the less able they are to help. And so I saw that coming through. They didn't ask first, would you like my thoughts or opinions here? They just dove right in. In my post, I'd asked for a professional to help me, not just tons of unsolicited advice. In fact, I actually was specific that I didn't want that because I've been doing this work on my allergies and mind, body, and energy healing for a long time. I am an energy healer, so I've looked at a lot of things. And one of the responses said, I think it's suppressed rage or suppressed anger. Now, it very well could be. I've been told this about a lot of things. I am under no illusions. I know that I can get impatient. I know I have frustration, maybe even more than the average person. I don't know. I'm not living the lives of other people, so I can't really know. But it made me think about how frustrating it is when a practitioner is general about what's causing your challenges. And so that's my long-winded way of saying, if you're a healer struggling with visibility, struggling to be seen, struggling to grow your practice, struggling to make the income that you want to make, there are specific reasons why. So the first level, the very big, general, broad one is you have a specific limiting belief that's getting in the way of growing your practice. So that's the version of it's all suppressed rage, which reminds me a lot of Freud. A lot of energy healers sometimes remind me of Freud. Oh, it's all about your mother. Sorry, it was a terrible accent, but I tried. They want to oversimplify things. Oh, it's all suppressed emotions. Well, maybe it is, but please get a bit more specific because otherwise it just goes, I've heard so many people say that it doesn't really mean anything to me anymore. Yeah. So when it comes to visibility and being seen, there are specific limiting beliefs. So I want to give you some examples of some of the most common ones that I see. It doesn't mean that these are ones that you will have or have going on. Something important's coming. But some of these may be there for you. So one is that you'll have to sacrifice something, usually your family, usually people that you care about. And this ties in with the Helper's Paradox. So that need to help. So if you've got a story or a specific limiting belief that says something like, if I grow my practice, I won't have enough time for my family. You won't grow your practice. You won't grow your business. If you have a specific limiting belief that says, and that might actually be true, I want to say, it may not be, you just got to clear that specific limiting belief. You may only have a very limited amount of time in your week for your business. So better to be clear about that. I've only got 3 hours, 5 hours, and anything over 5 hours is going to take away from family time. Great. You can still build a business on 5 hours a week. The beginning of a business. Eventually you'll need more time, but the beginning of a business, you can absolutely do that. So that would be one that you could look at. So that you'll have to sacrifice your family. Second one would be something about safety, that if you grow your practice, if you get too big, if you're too visible, you won't be safe. Now, this can come from past lives. This can come from a current life. This could be abuse in your current life. That certainly comes up a lot for my clients. Or there was no actual abuse, but there were enough times in your life where you got big and you were being all of you, and then you just got the door slammed shut in your face. And that certainly was my experienced in childhood and teenage years and even after for a long time. I remember coming into high school so full of energy. I was just every day, not every day, but many days, I was just ready to start the day. I'm singing in the hallways, and almost every day, by the end of the day, I would be slumping out of that building because I'd just been taken down a peg, either by fellow students who were angry about something in their day, teachers, and then of course getting bad grades and all that kind of stuff. But it was as if, and the story that I made up at the time, and so the specific limiting belief that I created was, it's not okay to be all of me. If I'm being all of me, it's not safe. So sacrifice, safety, those are the only two I had planned. Let's see, is there another S? Sacrifice, safety, self, yeah. That you can't, it's just not okay. It's different from safety, but that you can't be yourself, that being you doesn't fit. So I was just working with a client on this yesterday, a private client, and it was about her and her family, and that she didn't fit with her family, and her family doesn't know her as an energy healer. They don't think it's okay. They're not on board. She said that we have very different beliefs about this, so it's not okay. Not that it's not safe. They're not going to disown me, but it's just not okay. I don't fit in. So sacrifice, safety, and self. Those are the three major ones that I see, and there are more, and I may make more videos, but just to give you something more specific, something more tangible. So it's not just, I have a fear of being seen, or a fear of success, or a fear of failure, or suppressed rage. Now, all those things might be true, but what do you do about suppressed rage? I mean, there are many wonderful practitioners, but I hope most of them will get much more specific pretty quickly about what do you do with that, how do you identify it, where does it come from, and they don't just leave it at, you've got suppressed rage. That, like I said, that reminds me of Freud, and you have unresolved issues with your mother, that everything comes back to your mother. Well, maybe there are some other factors, but maybe it's all about your mom. I don't know, but maybe there are some other factors. So I hope this has been helpful. Please do like or subscribe down below if you like this video. Please leave me your comment if you resonate with any one of those first 3 specific limiting beliefs that I outlined, and I would love to see you on more videos. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.